it's chilly out here.
Yeah, it is.
So what's up?
Well, so we just drove up to our campsite and the whole place is pretty empty. And the one site that we have...
Pretty empty.
The one site that we have is right next to somebody that's there, and the picnic table is like literally 5 feet behind, like directly behind this guy's camper.
It's right there. I'll show you later.
So I just went and talked to the gal up there, and there's a whole bunch of places open, so we're gonna go kind of...
Did she tell you what spots are open?
Yeah, I looked it up too.
What if we're too big for the site? Does that matter?
It'll say on here.
Too bad we can't have fires.
I know. All right, we found a different, bigger, much wider and open spot. So luckily it's not that busy this weekend. So we kind of had our pick of where we wanted to go. Let's go. All right, so we ended up in site number 24 and we are at Sowell Creek Park, and it's on I would call this a lake. It's on a lake, so our site, and a lot of the sites are right on the lake here. We're kind of next to the boat ramp, but it's a really nice open site. The next site is way down over there, so we have quite a bit of space between us and the next person. Miller, get out of the fire pit, please. And it's plenty big for our rig. You could probably fit a 50-foot rig in here easily, so nice place, and it's only like 16 bucks a night. There's water and electricity. So we're gonna have ourselves a nice little weekend. I'm excited. You wanna go check out the lake?
This is sand. This is sand. Yeah. This makes sand.
Yeah, it's supposed to be warm tomorrow.
My walking stick.
You look like Moses. I thought he was gonna fall. We have booked, I'm really afraid to step on an anthill right now because there's some real big ones. But we have booked so many cool sites here in Texas that we're looking forward to sharing with you guys. We have so many months booked out already and we're excited and looking forward to exploring this beautiful state. Let's stay on a log. We have a heart for state parks. Just look at this size. We're here. The next sign is there. It's the type of RVing we love. Hey, Wesley, he can put his finger in the dirt. Don't push him off the log. I know you. Miller, can you draw your name in the dirt? Can you put M-I-L-L-E-R?
I can't do that.
But Miller, are we gonna eat the dirt?
No, could you tell me how to do it?
Miller, Wesley, get a stick and show him how to draw it. Stick, 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 not your finger.
Why stick?
Find one.
Okay.
It's getting late. It's almost 7 o'clock, so the kids are starving because we hopped in the RV right after they got off school. We're having chicken salad sandwiches. It's just a quick, easy meal to have when you've had a long day of driving. So I'm gonna throw that together, put them on some crescent rolls, and we're gonna play probably some Uno. Or do you wanna play that new Monopoly card game?
I wanna play Monopoly. I wanna play Monopoly.
Are you my gamer?
I love games.
Morning. We're a little slow this morning because last night there was a thunder and lightning storm in the middle of the night that woke Becca and I up, and then I had to go outside and unplug the RV, and it was a little bit hard to get back to sleep after that, that's for sure.
Well, and this is a pretty empty campground. We'll show you a little bit later on. But there were people pulling in over here, and I could hear them say, "Quick, get in your truck, quick, get in your truck." And like they were like scurrying around at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy
And
sounding.
like I opened up the window and I was like peeking at them, and the headlights were going straight at us. And first thing this morning when I woke up again, there's no car exactly where the headlights were coming from, so I don't know what that was about.
There is a trailer over there that wasn't there when we went to bed though, so I wonder if somebody just got here really late.
But the lights were directly across. It wasn't over here.
Oh. So we had never really, we've never really been in a lightning storm in the RV before. Whenever we've been RVing in the past, so we were doing some research last night.
A year of living in it, we've never experienced any lightning or thunder, and then now we experience it, and it was not fun.
Yeah, I mean we've been in some heavy storms, but we've never had lightning very close to us. So from what the research that I could find is you want to be unplugged from any kind of power source in a lightning storm.
So Ben went out at 3 in the morning to unplug our power.
Because if lightning strikes the ground anywhere in the campground area, it could basically electrify the electrical system somewhere else and go through the whole circuit of the campground and end up frying your electricity. So even if you're in like a really big campground, even if you're not necessarily right next to where the lightning is happening, you want to make sure that you're just being safe.
If we're missing anything and we should know anything more about lightning in an RV, let us know, because apparently this is new for us. We were even Googling it at like 2 in the morning. We're like, what do we do?
Yeah. And I do have a nice portable EMS system out there that would probably protect the RV from getting fried, but that thing costs $500, so I'd rather...
We don't want the EMS to be fried either.
I'd rather just unplug it than to take the risk.
If you want to know what EMS we have, it's in our Amazon link below. You guys can check it out. It's actually good. It's brought really good reassurance, though, if there is a surge. We know our whole RV won't be fried.
Yeah, exactly.
It was also a little bit freakier because lately when we've been traveling, we haven't been bringing a tow vehicle. We've been trying to be really intentional. We've been going out to pretty remote campsites. So we've been trying to be intentional about just staying there and slowing down. So I was thinking, like, if something does happen, we don't even have a tow vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, we'd have to bring in all those slides. We'd have to unhook. We'd have to wake up all the kids to bring in the slides. Like, it would be terrible.
Yeah.
I almost went anaphylactic last night.
I know. We've
Hold for that.
We've always been used to having some kind of a tow vehicle or an extra vehicle that we could just take off in if needed, but we don't have that right now, so.
I'll tell you about my anaphylaxis in a little bit. The battery is dying, and we promised the kids that we go on a bike ride, so let's go do that, and then we'll talk again later. All right, bike ride.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanted to give up 'cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson.
Okay, so camping today. I just got a notification on my phone because we have a weather app for where we are for an extremely high wind advisory, and it is so windy out. We just tried to go on a bike ride and it blew a couple of the kids over.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it quits.
We came here to camp and to bike ride. To camp. We came here to fish and to bike ride, but we can't fish because it's all white caps, and the lure would just get stuck in the reeds. And we can't bike ride because the kids just got blown over. And with the thunder and the lightning last night, and just...
I'm trying to open it, but it's not letting me.
Oh, are you stuck inside?
Yeah.
So we're gonna head home. This is the beauty of having a home and an RV. You can choose when you want to be RVing and when you want to be in your bed. And with little kids, sometimes it's just nice to be in our home, especially on a high wind advisory day when we're all stuck in the RV. Do you have anything to add, my love? Oh, I have to tell you about my allergic reaction last night too. That's another reason why we're heading home. My chest is completely full of hives right now. And last night Ben filled me full of Benadryl, and then my throat started to get, my tongue felt like it was like, how do you explain that?
Well, your tongue was starting to swell up, so you took some Benadryl.
Yeah.
But so some kind of allergic reaction is going on with you. We don't really know what it is. So that's another reason.
It's been happening for 3 days now, so doesn't have to do with the RV, so that is at least good. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. But that's another reason that we're thinking of going home, because we don't have a tow vehicle or anything. So we're kind of sitting ducks if something emergency-wise was going to happen.
Well, we were thinking about maybe I needed to call an ambulance last night because I couldn't even swallow. It was getting so swollen. I was like really struggling to swallow. The wind is catching the door right now. Oh, no, he got it. Will's got some muscles to catch that door with the wind.
Well, let's drive home in the wind.
Let's pack up, shall we?
I just spent like an hour getting all the bikes taken down and getting the trail bike thing set up too,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Hey, Miller, hands to yourself, please. Hands to yourself. Okay, can you walk Miller to the office to wear off some of his energy before we drive home?
We're going on a little bike. A little bike ride.
We're gonna go tell the office that we're leaving and try to get some of our nights back that we paid for. Let's get going.
Well, I am glad that we're leaving. The wind just seems to be getting worse. I just opened up the door to do one last check, to do a walk around, and the door almost blew off the hinges. So let's get out of here. It's too windy. The nice thing about having a home on wheels is we can just go somewhere else if we don't like what our surroundings are like. Let's go somewhere less windy, shall we? At least it's warm and it's sunny. It could be windy and cold and rainy. Right?
Yeah, that would be in Washington.
Exactly. Gotta go back out into the wind, unfortunately, because we gotta dump the tanks. I gotta finish my sandwich first, because I'm not gonna start touching that stuff and eating. It's gross. All right. Go. Okay, step one.
It's so windy. Oh my gosh.
It's one of the things we need to work on. The valve under there is starting to get a little bit faulty and starting to let some stuff come through, which is really gross. So we have some maintenance we gotta do in here. So that'll be next week's video. We've got quite a few things to maintain on this bad boy. It's kind of gross. So if your RV is set up to be able to flush the black tank, it's important to do that as regularly as possible. But never, ever, ever use your drinking water hose to have anything to do with the water by a dump station, because you have no idea where that hose has been put to clean stuff out. So always have an extra black water flush hose for stuff like this. And that comes with this is only like a 4-foot hose, so you always want to make sure you have an extra one that's going to make it all the way to your RV. So we'll link this below. You can get it on Amazon. Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out. Also, if there's ever water available to like fill your tanks up anywhere in the vicinity of a dump tank, don't ever use it, because guaranteed if it's close to a dump tank, it's been used for that before. So just say no. Just don't do it. Just say no to the dump tank hose. Just don't do it. This is all wet because I just rinsed it all out, but this valve right here is starting to fail. It's starting to let stuff through, and that's the valve for the black tank. Gross. It's not something that you just want to leave. Even though this isn't the most glamorous part of RVing, you're never going to look back in your life and wish you had less adventure. So come back next week. We're going to be doing some maintenance on this bad boy, and then we'll be off to somewhere else after that, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. You did. Woo!
Thanks,
Thanks, Anna.